Was the 911 emergency number created in Nebraska? The emergency response number 911. The emergency communications system that is more commonly known as 911 is of the utmost importance when it comes to the health and safety of each and every citizen in the United States of America. In the event of an emergency, people anywhere in the United States can dial the 3-digit number 911 to reach emergency services. It is a national hotline that connects people in need to a public safety answering point in seconds, PSAP. In 1957, the National Association of Fire Chiefs advocated for the use of a single number for reporting fires across the United States. This was the initial impetus for the implementation of a national emergency telephone number. A single number should be established for reporting emergencies across the country, as suggested by the President's Commission on Law Enforcement and Administration of Justice in 1967. It was decided that having separate emergency phone numbers would defeat the purpose of having just one. Many other federal agencies and government officials also backed and encouraged this suggestion. Since this is such a popular topic, the President's Commission on Civil Disorders sought advice from the FCC on how to address the problem. The Federal Communications Commission, FCC, and AT&T had a meeting in November 1967 to discuss how to quickly implement a universal emergency number. AT&T declared the numbers 911, 911, to be the national emergency number in 1968. The 911 code was selected as it was found to be the most useful and convenient option for everyone concerned. The fact that it is short, simple, and easy to dial meant that it first and foremost satisfied public needs. Second, it best matched the long-range numbering plans and switching configurations of the telephone industry because it is a one-of-a-kind number that has never been approved as an office code, area code, or service code. In response to AT&T's proposal, Congress enacted a law allowing the exclusive use of the numbers 911 in the establishment of a single emergency calling service, effectively establishing 911 as a national standard emergency number. The Bell system has a policy of including the cost of 911 code-related upgrades and changes to the central office in the standard rate base. E911 requires PSAPs to purchase telephone answering equipment from a vendor of their choosing and to pay network trunking costs based on tariffed rates. Haleyville, Alabama was the site of the first 911 call in the United States, which was placed by Senator Rankin Fite on February 16, 1968. When I first moved to Alabama, Alabama Telephone Company was the only phone service available. The 911 system in Haleyville is functional even now. 911 service was first made available in Nome, Alaska on February 22, 1968. The Office of Telecommunications at the White House issued a national policy statement in March 1973 that acknowledged the value of 911, advocated for its widespread implementation, and called for the creation of a federal information center to aid local governments in their preparations for the change. Increased crime, accidents, and medical emergencies, inadequate emergency reporting methods, a growing and increasingly mobile population, these are just some of the features of modern society that have sparked widespread interest in the 911 concept. With a pilot program in Alameda County, California, AT&T began developing 911's advanced features in the early 1970s. Selective call routing was the name of the function. The theory behind the Executive Office of Telecommunications policy was validated by this pilot program. About 17% of the U.S. population was covered by 911 by its end of 1976. In 1979, 911 legislation had been passed by 9 states, covering about 26% of the population. There were currently 70 new 911 systems being installed every year. Statistics showed that by 1987, half of the U.S. population had access to 911 emergency service numbers. Moreover, Canada recognized the benefits of a single emergency number and adopted 911 rather than using a different means of emergency reporting service, unifying the concept and giving 911 international stature. Nearly 93% of the United States population had access to 911 service by the turn of the century. A whopping 95% of that was from enhanced 911 service. Nearly all of the United States is serviced by 911 in some form. Even though it was first used in the state of Alabama, many people believe that it was developed in Lincoln, which is the capital city of the state of Nebraska.